Greetings, Jerry Ultimate Power Gamer coming at you today. Terrainaholic. We are going to be playing a battle report. It's going to be his Undead versus my Empire of the Dust. We are playing Secure the Field. Any thoughts, Terrainaholic?
I have not played this game before, and it's a very interesting situation. I don't normally get a chance to go toe-to-toe with your army so close, so this is going to be interesting.
And to make it a little bit more interesting, we actually upped the points. We're playing 2,500 today, so we'll be right back here in a minute. We're going to go over the table and show you what the armies look like. Oh, and Terrainaholic. Okay, here we are. Tell me about your Undead list.
All right, I got 2 units of regiments of mummies, 2 troops of wraiths, 2 of the special fearless troops of vampires. Over here, I've got a legion of zombies. I've got a necromancer with the inspiring talisman and a heal 3. I've got a regiment of the special vampires as well.
Okay.
I've got my standard bearer on foot. Okay. I've got a horde of revenants that have the rats upgrade.
Okay.
I've got the legion of zombies. I've got a regiment of Revenant Cavalry.
Okay.
These are troops of cavalry.
Revenant Cavalry, okay.
And these are...
Mount Standard Bearer.
You got it.
Okay. All right, we're going to go over the table real quick just so you can see. All right, so what we have here, this is a height 6 woods. We have a height 2 hill. Here we have an obstacle and height 6 building there. We have a flat piece of difficult terrain there, flat piece of difficult terrain here. Right here's another height 2 hill, and that is a height 6 building and another height 6 woods. Okay, we'll be right back. We're going to go over my Empire of Dust army.
Okay, let's look at Jerry's deployment and army.
Okay, here we go. So right here I've got 2 hordes of Guardian Archers. Right here I've got a Cursed High Priest, and the Cursed High Priest has Shroud the Saint, Heal, and Surge 10. I've got 2 regiments of mummies here. Here is a regiment of scavengers. Right here I've got another Cursed High Priest. This one has Heal, Mind Fog, Surge, and Mirrodin's Amulet of the Fire Heart. Here is another regiment of scavengers. Right here is a horde of Revenants. They've got the Brew of Strength. Right here is my Scorpion Husk, which has already taken his Vanguard move. Right here, I've got the Amite Pharaoh with the Wings of the Honey Maze. Here is a horde of Crossbowmen with the Jar of 4 Winds. Here is a regiment of Skeletal Archers, and they've got the Piercing Chant. Right here, I've got a horde of Chariots, and they've got the Caterpillar Pathfinder. So that's my army. We'll be back. We're going to roll to see who gets the first turn, and then we'll be back with some action.
Excellent.
Okay, so first of all, we're looking at the table here, and basically this table was generated with epicdwarf.com. They have a map generator, and I generated map number 8 for this. They also have scenarios, so if you get a chance, go take that out. So basically what we had, I won the die roll, so I got to choose the side. So I chose this side, which meant that Terrainaholic Bill here, he got to pick the piece of terrain that I was going to be defending. And Bill, why did you pick, in this case in your picture, in the lower right of your screen, you're going to see a wood. That was a piece of terrain he picked for me to defend. And after he picked that, I picked the obstacle extending from the building. So Bill, can you tell us why you chose to pick the woods here?
Well, you had a bunch of shooting going on, and what I was looking to do was always what you're looking for with an undead army is get cover, because you're going to be slow, and it's something that you desperately need. Anything else you want me to go over?
Oh, well, no, that's fine. So, okay, now he knew I had a shooting army because he knows my Empire of Dust. Because actually, you pick the piece of terrain to defend before you actually set your armies up on the table. I chose the obstacle coming out of the house because it's a small frontage, and I knew he was going to have these big blocks, legions, and hordes, so it would be hard for him to be able to get units in position to claim that. All right, what was your whole game plan? What are you thinking about? You know, you see my setup once we finish putting this stuff down. What were you trying to do? What were you going to try to do?
Aggressive advance.
Okay.
Basically, you should, whenever you're playing game, plan on a certain level of attrition. That's the reason for having a second line. If things don't go as planned, you don't have gaping holes that the enemy can pour through, and all of a sudden, you know, they're on the side of you, they're in back of you. And also, I wanted to keep the frontage fairly narrow due to there's only 2 scoring locations. So the wider you go, the longer the distance you have to travel to get any kind of density over the top of it. And that's why I got my cavalry to the far right, because it's the fastest units that I've got. And the slowest units are closest to the objective.
Okay. Well, when we were putting my setup, the reason I did the way I did is because as we were dropping down, I noticed how, well, first of all, I decided my house was going to be in my right flank here. That's where I was going to set my house up. But I was setting up, and yeah, it's true, the hill blocked a lot of shooting, but these are big hordes that they don't have a big footprint. So I would be able to move them into scoring position easier. And then on my left flank here, I had my fast stuff, my chariot, my shooting. I also had shooting there. So based off of you having your troops over there, I figured I could take those out easier and turn the corner. I went ahead and decided to take my vanguard because my whole plan was going to be, I was going to try with my pharaoh to fly him over because he's got wings of the honey maze. I was going to try to fly him over and block up that legion with the vampires behind it, and hopefully keep that whole little section there stalled while I was able to come and get into scoring position and kind of oblique line wrap the left flank. So that's my plan, and we'll see how that ends up going. All right, so here we go. Okay, here we are at the end of the Empire Dust turn 1. We got the first turn. Basically, chariot moved up, archers moved up, moved up, halt here. Pharaoh moved up here. I was able to surge, get 3 inches there. He surged here, got 6 inches there. This combined fire here did 4 whole wounds to there. Was unable to break them. Combined shooting here on the regiment of mummies did 7 total wounds. Was unable to break them. So we'll be right back after
quick point.
All right, here we are at the end of Terrainaholics Undead turn 1. The mummy unit there was able to regen 2 wounds, moved up. This legion of zombies charged my pharaoh, did 1 hindered wound on it, yay. These guys moved up. The necromancer moved up into position here and surged these guys a total of 5 inches up like this. The legion and stand bearer came up like this, and all these guys just moved ahead. So we'll be right back after
Turn 2.
Turn 2 for the Empire of Dust. Okay, here we go. End of the Empire Dust turn 2. Chariot charges in, takes out the troop of Revenant Cavalry and turns to look that way. Combined shooting here does a total of 5 wounds, or 6 wounds, unable to break them. We had a combi charge. They charged in the front. This was surged by Mr. Priest here into the flank. We did a total of 16 wounds, was unable to break them. Mr. Pharaoh just stayed still, was unable to regen his wound. Over here, these Guardian Archers stayed still. Shot, put 8 wounds on that mummy regiment and took them out. So basically that's where we are, the end of the turn 2 for the Empire Dust. We'll be right back after Undead's turn 2. Okay, here we are at the end of turn 2 for the Undead. Basically over here on this flank, these guys just kind of did some smigging out to try to get out of the arc of my shooting. Here, they charged into the Pharaoh, did 2 more wounds, of course couldn't break them. The Necromancer here healed 2 wounds on that unit. We had a combined charge between these two on my horde here. They were able to do 5 wounds, still can't touch me. Over here, we did this charge from the wounded Revenant Cab. They did 1 wound to me there. And that basically is how we're sitting. We'll be right back after Empire Dust turn 3. Okay, here we are at the end of turn 3 for the Empire Dust. So basically, this unit of Guardian Archers stayed still, took pot shots at that unit of race there behind the unit there, did 1 wound. These guys moved in, to the woods a little bit. These guys just positioned, stayed still, moved into position here. They halted. Combined fire here was able to put wounds on there to get them to 14. Took that troop of Revenant Cav out of the way. Right over here, combined charge on that Revenant. I did 27. I got on up to 27. Rolled Snake Eyes. Here, the Cursed High Priest healed the wounds off of Mr. Pharaoh because he was unable to regen them. So that's what we're looking like right here. Back out a little bit so you can see better. This is what we're looking like at the end of my turn 3. We'll be right back after Undead turn 3. Okay, here we are of Stellar turn for Terrainaholics 3. All right, here's what we had happen. We did a combi charge here once again on my Revenants. They were able to get them up to 9 this time, so they only put 5 wounds on them for those of you watching. Over here, the zombies were hungry. They actually hit a lot, did 3 wounds, but weren't unable to break me. Over here, he did some tactical maneuvering and was able to get in my flank. He only needed a 4. He rolled 3, so he failed the surge there. And a little more positioning. So this is where we are at the end of turn 3. We'll be right back after Empire Dust turn 4. Okay, here we are into turn 4 for the Empire Dust. Has some nice shooting here on that. Charged in. We did a total of 12 wounds. Was unable to break them. Here we just had some positioning going off. Mr. Scorpion Husk charged the flank of that Legion, did 7 wounds. Here we were able to finally take out that other horde, and we pivoted to make sure everybody's in my front. Mr. Pharaoh, did I roll his regen?
Go ahead and roll it. I
don't
can't
know
remember.
if I did.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, real quick. Stop. Blah. Yeah, 1. Big deal.
1. I'll take 2 and 2.
Okay, Chariot charged the rear of the Revenant Cavalry here, was able to break them, and then pivoted like this. Here, these skeleton archers came up over the hill, took pot shots at Mr. Standard Bearer, did 3 wounds, but didn't break them. Crossbowmen here just pivoted to get in position for next turn. So we'll be right back after the Undead's turn 4. Okay, here we are at the end of the Undead's turn 4. Basically, these mummies charged in, counter-charged back in, did 6 wounds, were unable to break. Over here, we charged into did another charge, did 1 more wound, didn't do anything. Here, this Wraith unit flied and took out my Scavenger unit here.
I killed one.
This Wraith unit charged into my horde, and he was sneaky, sidestep, and his Necromancer over there behind the building was able to surge into my flank here, but they didn't do that much wounds. I was able to survive. That brings us to the end of turn 4. We'll be right back after turn 5 for the Empire Dust. Okay, here we are, the Empire Dust, the end of turn 5 for the Empire Dust. Well, this combination charge here on the Legion, I got them up to 23, could not break them. These archers shot here, missed them all together. I did a combined shot between this horde of crossbowmen and this horde of guardian archers right here. Got them up to 5, couldn't break them. We did a countercharge here, only got them up to 4. Here, combined charge, got them up to 11, was able to break that regiment. This straight up charge from this mummy regiment onto that troop of vampires only did 5 wounds and was unable to break them. So that's it for turn 5. We'll be right back for turn 5 for the Undead. Okay, into turn 6 for the Undead. Well, excuse me, yes, into turn 5 for the Undead. So with the triple charge on my Revenant horde, they finally took it out. These guys, 21 wounds on them, turned to face this way. They pivoted like that. They pivoted like this. He charged in here, was unable to do any wounds. This guy charged there, was unable to do any wounds. Mr. Necromancer here was the one that made the pivot, the side charge here with a surge. They charged in, did 1 wound. Vampires did a counter charge, did 9 wounds, didn't break me. So that's going to bring us where we are. We'll be right back after turn 6 for the Empire Dust. Okay, after turn 6 for the Empire Dust, basically, these guys moved. These guys moved into position. They stayed where they were with a halt. They regened a lot of wounds. These guys shot at that troop of vampires. Then I was able to surge into them, take them out.
Yep.
Over here, combined fire between this Empire Guardians, these Guardian Archers, and these crossbowmen took out the troop of Wraiths there. I was able to charge here and take out the Standard Bearer that was there. the skeleton horseman shot and put enough wounds on the Legion, was able to take them out. I was able to surge from this cursed high priest into the flank of the other wraith unit, took them out, and so this is basically where we are. We're going to do one more quick turn 6 for Undead, and then we're going to see what happens. Okay, here we are at the end of turn 7. Messed up, didn't record turn 6 for the Undead, but basically what ended up happening was he charged in here with his troop of vampires, was not able to break me. Basically he did some wounds here, was unable to break me. I ended up being able to do a double charge here in the flank and a counter charge there. These guys charged into the troop and broke them. This triple charge here, one shy on the re-roll of breaking them. It's an overwhelming win for the Undead, or excuse me, for the Empire Death, because he's at a 3-2 versus my 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16. So I've got 16 total to his 5. We'll be right back after a quick wrap up. Ooh, okay, that was a kind of a
bloody mess.
Yeah, kind of
not bloody. It's all bones.
Into the secure the field scenario. Empire to Dust took it like we ran away.
I had no idea how tough that Pharaoh was.
Yeah,
I'm like I have 40 attacks, and like all of my vampires set behind it the whole game.
Yeah, and basically, yeah, putting your vampires behind your slower stuff, your shambling stuff. Yeah,
huge
not being
mistake.
able to do. Pretty good other than that. I mean, I don't know if you guys watching the video, my house was in my lower, in the left flank there, excuse me, right flank. And I basically was able to kind of do an oblique line and roll the side.
Yep. That was my plan.
Yeah. Well, good game. I'm going to be coming up soon with a second tactics video. It's going to be over scenario, so we're going to probably be talking about this. And also, I wanted to add October, Dragonfall. Hope to see you guys out there. It's a 1995 battle, October 20th and 21st. It's online. Sign up. Hope to see you. Questions, comments, love to hear them. Till next time, later.
Take care, guys.